What's happening in the real estate market? I get questions every day about whether it's a good time to buy a home or sell a property. Have the rising interest rates made it impossible to buy? Has it become a buyer's market now and equity has taken a plunge? I'm going to cover what's going on nationally in real estate and then focus down to South Carolina and Greenville specifically. What's really happening in the Greenville market right now? And are you going to be able to wait it out and get a better deal? Or are interest rates going to go up? You should hurry and buy right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you'd like to know everything about living in Greenville, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so that you can be the first to learn about the current market here in Greenville. My name is David, and whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give me a call, shoot me a text, an email. We're happy to help you make that smooth move to Greenville. So we're officially into springtime and moving into summer, which is historically always the busiest time for real estate sales across the nation. We've already seen a busy first quarter. Nationwide, let's look at the home sales prices, and we'll see in this article from Forbes published last week that the U.S. average home price is $359,000, which is down 13% from the high last June of $413,800. However, this January average is still 1.3% above last January, maintaining 131 consecutive months of same month last year increases. That's over 10 years if you were trying to figure out the math. These numbers come directly from the National Association of Realtors. Estimated home sales dropped 0.7% nationally, the 12th consecutive month down, for a total drop of 36% from last year. Nationwide, this shows quite a slowdown in existing home sales. While sales are still depressed from a year ago, this shows another crack in the housing market that should benefit potential home buyers, especially when mortgage rates drop, said Robert Frick, corporate economist at Navy Federal Credit Union. Despite this drop in sales, the housing market continues to hold prices higher due to a lack of inventory. A 2.9-month nationwide supply remains the same as last month and keeps pressure high to find a home. Even with low inventory, builders slowed at the beginning of the year with a drop in new starts and a drop in new applications of permits across the country. Builder sentiment on the future did rise, with builders sharing a positive outlook towards the coming months. With these mixed signals nationally, is there going to be a market crash for 2023? Well, Rick Sharga, Executive Vice President of Market Intelligence with Atom Data, says we're estimating a 5% drop nationally. Some markets, believe it or not, will probably see prices continue to increase. In this U.S. News & World Report article, Mike Reynolds, VP of Investment Strategy at Glenmead Wealth Management, said it's possible a little bit of air gets let out of this bubble, but an outright burst is unlikely around this time. The consensus of nationwide real estate experts seems to be that the market will cool off nationally, but overall lack of housing per family, coupled with the equity that most current homeowners have, will prevent the type of crash we saw during the last bubble, which caused so many homeowners to be upside down on their loans and forced to either sell at a loss or be foreclosed on by their lenders. Now that we've looked at what the market holds nationwide in the U.S., let's dial it in and focus some on the Greenville area of South Carolina. Right out of the gate, with this, you can see here that Greenville is one of NAR's top 10 markets to watch in 2023 and beyond. There are many reasons that go into this, and if you're watching this video, you're probably familiar with some of them already. If not, check out some of my other videos on Greenville, and you will see why people are moving here every day. Over 200,000 people moved to the Greenville area in the last 10 years alone, and having spoken with Beth Littleton of the city of Greenville, she confirms they're expecting another 200,000 in the next 10 years. That's just about a 20% growth each decade. I talked about builders being behind nationwide, and while that's true, it is very evident in the upstate of South Carolina. The market has cooled since the craziness of last year, but that is starting to change. You can see here in this chart of price decreases that last fall began to see a lot of listings that had frankly been overpriced, and they started to have to readjust and bring their prices down in accordance with actual comparable sales, not tossing an extra $25,000 or $50,000 on top of what they thought they could get when they went to the market. Now, looking at the end of the graph, you can see that these decreases are slowing down. Look at this chart of price increases, and you can see the opposite's true. Price increases are back in the last few weeks, with sellers adjusting to a market that is shifting. Moving on to inventory, the market peaked with just over 3,200 properties available in the Greenville MLS last November, but that number has begun to drop and is now down to just over 2,500 right now. This is still a big jump over last March when we saw about 900 total properties. Looking at market activity in the Greenville area, we saw a significant drop in new listings last fall, but also a drop in homes sold. The increase in new listings this spring has not kept up with the rise in buyers coming back to the market despite interest rates. This week, the Greenville numbers show only 6.5 weeks of inventory at current sales pace. That's about a month and a half. You can see in this snapshot that the median days to pending is only 17 at the end of February this year. Not only that, but 20% of homes are selling over list price. We have seen the average sale price dropping since last fall, but as shown in this chart, I can tell you from my weekly statistics that the averages have been increasing both of the last 2 weeks. So unless something funny happens, I expect March's final numbers to show this trend starting to reverse. Will there be a crash in the Greenville market in 2023? I don't think so. Barring some catastrophic black swan event, it looks like 2023 won't see a dip in the Greenville market. The nationwide real estate market may be cooling some this year, but looking at these early spring numbers, it seems to me that the Greenville market is heating up again and will be very competitive this summer. If you're looking in the Greenville area, it may be better to find a home now than wait. Of course, if you have a crystal ball, please let me know if I'm wrong. If you are in the market, let's dive a little deeper into the sales numbers. You can see here that some price ranges are seeing more competitive offers. Only homes below $150,000 or above $750,000 are seeing significant discounts versus the listing price. Number of showings have increased and houses going under contract have headed up as well. We've seen a 155% increase in pending homes since the beginning of the year. The spring market is moving in a historical manner in Greenville, ramping up into the summer. If you want to keep a close eye on market statistics, feel free to visit my website linked below for weekly numbers pulled each Monday from the MLS. Thank you for watching my market update for 2023. And if you have questions or want to know more about specific cities or even areas within a city, I would be happy to help.